Finding an investment advisor, that's the easy part, but finding the right advisor is a real challenge for investors today. I'm here with Mark Matson of Matson Money. Mark, welcome.
Thanks.
Mark, what should an investor look for when they're trying to find an advisor?
Well, one of the things they should look for is an advisor that will actually show them what their rates of returns are. You know, it seems like an irony. They've got 31,000 RIAs out there. Only 4% of them even claim to have returns that comply with GIPS, which is actually a standard which you can report returns. And even a fewer percentage of those are actually verified. So imagine this, you're an investor, you're looking for an advisor, and you say, what have your returns been over the last 20 years? And they go, I don't know, I don't have them. I think that's a travesty for our industry. So the first thing they should look for is an advisor that can tell them what their real returns are for real people.
That's interesting because I think most advisors don't even know what GIPS verification is. What is this?
Well, it's put out by the CFA organization, and it actually tells you how to verify the returns and how to report them. It tells you that you have to create composites. It tells you that it has to be internal rates of returns, time-weighted rates of returns, and that you bring up a good question and a good problem, which is most advisors don't even know how to calculate it to begin with.
And that's probably why a lot of them avoid doing it. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it sounds logical, but most firms don't even do this, right?
Yeah, they don't because it is timely, it is costly, it is time-consuming, and quite frankly, a lot of their simulated returns look better than what their real returns would be. So why not just show clients simulated returns? And I think it's a disservice to investors.
So if you're an investor, is this a good question to ask? Are you GIPS verified?
It's a primary question to ask, and I would just assume as an investor that you would never invest money with someone that couldn't show you what their GIPS verified returns really are.
Now, there's probably some horror stories out there too, right? I mean, there's firms that are not doing this that should have been doing it a long time ago, right?
Well, of course, the biggest horror story there is Madoff. I mean, he told people his returns were 10%, and he almost made that every single year and never lost money. Well, I can tell you what, they weren't GIPS audited, they weren't GIPS verified, and of course those investors ended up with a nightmare on their hands.
So last question, what advice would you give to advisors in terms of gaining this verification and really the value of it?
Well, the first thing is you got to care about your clients. I mean, if you don't care about your clients to show them what their real returns are, and it's easier to get clients by fabricating numbers with simulated returns, and it's perfectly legal in our industry to show people simulated returns that have no correlation with what the real clients actually did. So number one, you have to really care about your clients. And number two, you've got to spend the time, effort, and money to get educated on what those standards are, and then go out and get a third party to help verify them.
Some really great insights, a lot for advisors to take in. Thanks so much for taking some time with us.
My pleasure.
For Investment News, I'm Matt Ackerman.